Carolina Eick, I play the theremin, and in this lesson series I'm showing you how you can learn to play a major scale on the theremin in 12 simple steps, using the theremin technique that I developed. This is lesson number 6. If this is the first video you're watching, you might want to go back and watch lesson number 1 first. I will leave the link to the playlist in the description below. Theremin lesson 6, finger position 1. Today we're going to learn all about finger position 1. It is a very important finger position because it is the basis of your frame, base of your keyboard. Now there's a special thing with finger position 1 because it might look a bit different depending on the size of your hand. It basically just has to do with the distance. If you have a big hand, your big hands, then you might want to not rotate your arm as much. If you have small hands, you want to rotate as much as possible, so you get a bigger space between position 1 and 8. The main difference between position 5 or 8 and position 1 is that the circle is now not horizontal, but it is vertical. If you have big hands, your circle might be turned more into this direction, like more towards your body. If you have small hands, your circle might be turned more in this direction to your left. That's when you rotate your arm a bit more. Now, how do we get to position 1? Well, one way was when we found our basic arm position, and we closed the hand, made the circle, bent the hand backwards, and then we brought the hand onto the string. We might want to double check here that you have done a rotation of the arm. The other possibility is that you start from position 8 and 5 and find your way from there to position 1. So let's go from there. Let's make position 8, bring it onto the invisible string, remember the line, and the angle of the arm, 45 degrees. Now let's move on to position 5. And now, very important, let's see how we do the rotation, because that's the hardest part. You can use your left index finger to mark the rotation point, which is here. It's just above your wrist and just in the middle of your hand. So in position 5, you hold the rotation point, and now you rotate your hand around that point. The rotation point stays in the same spot in space. So if I'll show it to you like this so you can see it better. That's the movement. So now again with the circle. And it is very important that you practice all these exercises first without sound, because you are creating your keyboard, you are creating your measurements. And then later we will adjust the fields, the theremin, to your measurements. You don't want to mess up your measurements by listening to the sound and correcting the positions. You want to make sure your positions feel good and stable, and you create your measurement. That's all for today. If you want to learn more about the 4 complex elements of this movement, you're welcome to sign up for an online lesson with me. Until next time, practice the rotation without sound. Get comfortable with the change from finger position 5 to position 1. And also practice the movement between 8, 5 and 1. Make sure that this is comfortable and you find your personal finger position 1. In the next lesson, you are going to learn how to tune the theremin to these positions. I will see you then.